With the start of Lesson 3, we begin every lesson with a review of everything that has been studied previous to this. I want to point out to you on in each of the hours, especially at the beginning here, that there's this positive question, negative question, positive sentence, and negative sentence. It's found here, it's found in 2, it's found in 3, the one we're studying today. These are PDFs that you can print out, which will help you with this exercise if you wish. If you click on here, there's a short video which will help you to see one methodology I use to help people to strengthen their ability to make questions and to answer with sentences, both positive and negative. It's at the beginning, it is extremely important to get the question-making strength of the students to be emphasized. So this is one little way that you can do this. At the beginning of the lesson here, what I do is I go back up to right here. This is a place where you can print the pattern guide. And if you click here, this comes up. I would print this piece of paper out for the students. This is going to show the progression of patterns that we go through. We're already beginning 1 and 2. We're going to begin 3 here. So at the beginning of this session, I will be asking them questions very quickly, using the same verb perhaps. Do you want to study? Did you have to go? Will you try meeting him? Do you like studying? Do you know how to study? Do you need to study tonight? Didn't he plan to go? Did you go to meet him? Did you get to see him? Will you probably go? Did you decide to study? Don't you feel like studying? I'd mix it up, both positive and negative, past, present, and future. I want to see if they're hearing the pattern and replying with the same pattern. Today we're going to begin Lesson 3. With this, if you, by the way, there are flashcards here. If you press here, you can make your own flashcards. They're pre-made. But in Lesson 3, you're going to print out this PDF here. And this PDF will look like this. These are the patterns that we're studying today. The change that's going to happen today is that instead of do, did, will, don't, didn't, and won't, we change to the use of are. With respect to the patterns, you are going to study, you're going to be studying, you're able to study, you're supposed to study, you're thinking of studying. These obviously go in the middle here. But the question format is done here. Now, if you have your students have difficulty with am I, are you, is he, are we, are you, are they, the basic question forms, they can go back to the top of the website with the student videos, and there is a section there where they can review making questions with this. So I would begin by, once again, just as we've done before, we take one pattern at a time. Are you studying? They answer, I'm studying. Aren't you studying? I'm not studying. Weren't you studying? I wasn't studying. Then we go down to here. Are you going to study? Are you going to be studying? Make a couple combinations of this, go back, and constantly go back and review. So at the end, we're only talking about 5 patterns here. It's different in that we're not using do, did, will. I'd ask a couple simple questions with what, where, when, and who. Once again, why and how have different, more complex answers that we will be studying in later chapters. So these are the patterns that you'll be progressing through. Once again, we have, at the end of the third hour, we will have studied 6, 12, about 17 groups of patterns. The patterns express feelings in conversation. Just listen. Close your eyes and listen. How the sentence and the feeling changes. Just listen. I want to study. I have to study. I try to study. I like to study. I know how to study. I need to study. I plan to study. I go to study. I get to study. I probably study. I decided to study. I feel like studying. I'm studying. I'm going to be studying. I'm able to study. I'm supposed to study. And I'm thinking of studying. About 17 patterns that convey feelings. We want to emphasize with the students that vocabulary is not the important factor when first learning conversation skills. It's a myth. You do not need to know that much vocabulary. What you need to know and master are these various patterns here. Homework. Homework is, well, this here at the beginning is always the introduction to the patterns, but you're doing that with them in class. These are review sections for them, as you see here. They each have 200 questions. This is the PDF of whatever is said in this review. They're all YouTube videos. If they have a P, if it says 3P, it's only questions regarding the photos that we learned in this lesson. These are 1 to 3. This involves all 17 patterns, as does this. So this has no pictures. It's rather rote. What this allows the student is that they're able to reinforce their skills at home. On the way to school, on the bus, whether they're driving, just turn on their phone, bring it up on the phone, bring it up on their computer. They're able to review what they've learned. The unknown here is how motivated the students are. You'll quickly find out in the class who is motivated and who is not, who is reviewing things and who is not. It will become pretty evident. So lesson 3, these are the reviews. Lesson 3, these are the with the photos. These two, the first two always are with me saying the words, and you'll see my face saying that these, you never see me, but you do have formats to study. So good luck. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know.